So one of the foundations of what I do and what I talk about and what I would like to express and impress upon people is the idea of acceptance. And it's not a blame thing. It's not a punishment thing. It's not whose fault it is. It's not, well, this is my fucking thing and I've just got to deal with it and I'm a piece of shit, and then you punish yourself and blame yourself. Acceptance is coming to terms with the fact that something has happened. Regardless of who, what, when, where, why, how, it's happened. And you're in it right now. And it's the same way that we like to look at this crisis situation. And you can look at all the stats, 1 in 4 people experience mental health condition, and, it's higher in the cops, higher in the army, higher in the ambos, whatever. We all know that, but we never think it's going to happen to us. And I was so typical of you and everybody else that watches this shit and everybody else in our world. It's like, that's fucking weak. Why would you do that? Killing yourself. It's fucking cowardly, especially if you've got kids, blah, blah, blah. I've said all that rotten shit. I've thought it all before, and I've had it all thrown right back in my face when I went through all of that shit. Everything I judged, everything I hated, everything I saw and despised and didn't like happened to me. And then somebody else at the same time that I used to chin wag about the same stuff with are then smacking that shit on me with some other guys. And wouldn't you believe it, it then happens to them. And then somebody else talks shit about them, the same stuff that I used to say and they said about me. Then they go through it again. And then another little group says it about them, and so on and so forth. It never fucking ends, guys. I need you to get it in your stupid fat heads, listening to my fucking voice right now, looking at my face. This shit can happen to you too. Can happen to anybody, right? And we can all say like, it could happen to anyone. No, it could happen to Jono. It could happen to that guy. It could also fucking happen to you. Could happen to you, the one laughing at this video. Maybe you're laughing at this video. Maybe it had never happened to you. You've never had a problem. Maybe. That's great. I hope you don't. I truly hope that it never happens to you. But it could, and it might. And at some point, if it does, you've got to be like, well, it is. It's happening to me right now. And that's exactly what I thought. And you know what that did to me? It gave me shame, a lot of shame. I was too scared to admit it because I've been so vocal about it before. I'd hated on guys like that before. And then it happened to me and I was like, oh, fuck. And it was the shame and the embarrassment, who I thought I was supposed to be, what other guys saw me as, the role I was fulfilling. I was like, nah, not happening to me. And then I finally accepted it. And I was like, oh man, this is fucking horrible. But the acceptance part was the first step in a series of steps to get me to where I am now, where I'm totally fine with it. I've still got it, still got all this stuff that's happened to me, but I also now do other stuff. I own businesses. I have a family. I live a really good life. I'm getting back into hobbies that I haven't done for years. I'm still the same guy, but just a better version. So if you think it can just happen to somebody else, it can just happen to the mate next to you, then it can definitely happen to you. So if it does and you can feel it, then it is, and just say, yeah, okay, it's happening to me. It sucks. I hate it. I'm going to have to eat some humble pie, but it's happening to me right now. And that's acceptance. And that's one of the most important parts.